Hi, the Lonely Buccaneer here. So for those of you who are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. Because in this video, I will tell you why following your passion is the worst advice you can get. When it comes to find what you want to do in life, this passion hypothesis will ruin your life. So this video is inspired by the book So Good They Can't Ignore You by the author Cal Newport. Okay, so when people tell me to follow my passion, it makes it seem like we're all born with a pre-existing passion, and it makes it sound like we all have a purpose from the moment we're born. And all we need to do to find it is to sit down, meditate, or think hard enough, and suddenly this passion will pop up like a diglet from the ground. I don't know about you, but when I look back in my life and try to find my passion, here's what I discover. Early in my life, I was a baby, and it felt like I was an empty being that cries, eat, and poop. And when I grew up a little bit older, I was just happy that I was able to go to the washroom by myself. Then, when I turned 5, Lego was my thing. All I did after school was playing with my Legos. I built all kind of stuff, from things that looks like house, to things that looks like boat, and things that looks like spaceship. Name it and I could build it all. Then, at the age of 8 came Pokemon. I still remember that feeling when I saw my first holographic card. I knew that I had to catch them all. After that, at the age of 11, I discovered the existence of internet. And I started to play online games. And this also became my passion. And then, at some point, I had a growing interest towards girls. I was just so motivated to find the key to approach these magical beings. But that was probably due to puberty. Okay, so I started a little bit steep, and the point is to show you that passion, especially at a young age, is fickle. And even as we grow up, if we follow our passion, we end up hopping from job to job and becoming unsatisfied with everything we do. But finding your passion is not the problem. It's how we go about finding it. Because when people say find your passion, it makes it sound like you should only start working hard when you find something that you truly love. And that is wrong. And the better way to start is to start working on a few things that you enjoy, and then as you get better, you will uncover more opportunities, meet more people, get more ideas, and eventually you will find something that you will truly love. Okay, now let's back up a little bit. When it comes the time to choose what we want to study and to do for the rest of our life, we either have too many interests or nothing that really seems to stand out. Psychologists call this the paradox of choice, and it's a paralysis stemming from too many options. Really, I assure you that confusion is natural at this point. In the past, we used to have something like 2,000 different jobs, and that was a lot. And now we have about 500,000 different jobs and titles. Don't quote me on this, I read about it somewhere. I'm not sure about the numbers, but one thing I'm sure of is that we have much more options than what our grandparents or even our parents had. So fear and confusion is natural at this point. And the first thing to do is to accept it. Then, we have to start doing things as soon as we can. And there are 3 filters that I personally think that you can apply to help you narrow down what you want to do in life. First, pick something that you have a natural interest towards. So, are you more into individual sports like running, or more into team sports like basketball? Are you more into computing such as coding, or do you prefer social activities such as dancing or learning new cultures? Whatever you're more into, I suggest that you write it down on a piece of paper. Then you can do a second column and look at your personality traits. Things that you may naturally be better at. Is that logic that you prefer, creativity, or working with people? Are you a risk taker, or do you love strategizing? Take some time to think about that. Then, this would probably shock a few of you. And the third step is to research a list of jobs, and you can type in something like high paying job or most fulfilling job on Google. And take that list and then try to associate each of your natural strengths and your interest to each of those positions, and do that for about 20 or 30 job titles, and look at what kind of skills it takes to achieve it. Finally, when it comes the time to make a decision, focus on something that touches both your interests and your strength. And when you made that choice, whatever it is, be confident about it and go all in. Focus on mastering your craft rather than questioning the decision you made. And this is the craftsmanship mentality discussed by Cal Newport in his book. By doing that, you will discover that there is joy in small victory of progress. As you get better on your craft and make more connection with people, do more things, and gain more skills, you will uncover new opportunities. And this is another concept called the adjacent possible. The adjacent possible compares opportunities to a bubble. As we make more discoveries by learning, things that we didn't know was possible become possible. We discover new things we can do that catches our interest are also within our reach. And the harder we work, the bigger our bubble grows. And sooner or later, we end up finding what we can call our passion. Now, let's recap. The rule here is simple. Start working on something that you have interest in and on something that you're naturally better at. Then simply focus on mastering that skill and expand your bubble of knowledge around that field. And that's how you will find the work you love. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and until next time, I hope I brought you one step closer to your better self.